The idea was simple. Let's create a fully digital currency with limited supply, release it on a preset schedule. Now, since it's digital, to prevent fraud and counterfeiting, it created a new technology. And this technology would take every transaction and have it independently verified by super complex math equations on 3 separate random computers. Now, technically not random. It's rated by how fast the computers run and that sort of thing, but it's random, okay? And these computers are all around the globe. It doesn't matter where they are. It's just about what they call hash rate, which is how fast it can process, because the faster they process, the faster the system runs, okay? So all attempts to use fake Bitcoin are rejected. It's not allowed to be authorized. And then the approved transactions are grouped together. They're blocked, okay? They're grouped together in blocks. And once these micro blocks build up to a larger block, okay, there's blocks upon blocks here. Think of it like a Rubik's Cube. You got a red and a blue and a yellow cube, all these cubes that collectively together are one big block. And once all of these transactions are added together, they're locked in on a permanent list or ledger, just meaning a document saying, hey, boom, 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 boom. This went from this wallet here, from this wallet here. This Bitcoin was created. Now, boom, boom, boom. And it's a track of where everything goes from one wallet to another. It's a permanent. Once the system approves it, it's like getting etched in more than stone, because stone you can sandblast it away. This is permanent. Okay. And then these blocks, once this block of blocks fills up, it gets locked into what's called the Bitcoin blockchain. Okay. That's where blockchain comes from. And then these, think of them as Rubik's cubes, over time get chained together. And the way the system works is that if someone tried to go back and alter one of these past blockchains, it won't work. All right. And I'm not going to get into all this right now, because we will talk about that later. However, it's collectively called this new technology is called the Bitcoin blockchain. And then once the transaction is verified, the software, the computers, AKA miners, if you ever hear about mining, these Bitcoin computers that keep the system safe from fake and false transactions and things of that nature, they're rewarded with Bitcoin, or fractions of a Bitcoin called Satoshi. And so if Bitcoin is the equivalent to, say, $1,000 bill, Satoshis are like a penny. Okay. So a lot of people think, Bitcoin's at 30,000 or 60,000 or 100,000 or whatever. I can't afford to buy one. Well, you don't buy one. You can buy a penny's worth. And that goes up in value or down in value accordingly. So let's unpack what each of these points that make Bitcoin a force to be reckoned with are. Bitcoin is digital. You might be like, duh. Well, what does being digital mean? And is it a benefit? Well, let's revisit the definition of money. My definition, built upon billionaire hedge fund manager Ray Dalio's, money is an agreed upon medium of exchange and storehold of wealth. Okay. So if one of the main purposes of money is to be an exchange, then in today's world, being digital is definitely a benefit. Wouldn't you agree? Even nowadays, fiat money, is mostly, paper and stuff. It's mostly digital. Most of the money the fiat money in the world does not exist printed physically. It's ones and zeros on computers. And let's be honest, girl, I know you don't want to be waiting for Auntie Mildred to send you a check or mail some, skin off some gold or something and ship it off to you, right? You're just like, Venmo my, or whatever. I don't like Venmo, but whatever. Yes, I think we all would say digital is a benefit. So now let's address fixed supply. Why is it important to have a fixed supply of currency? All right, remember that tequila shot from What the F is Money and the pitchers of water diluting it? Well, when there's no limit to the supply of money, whether fiat, digital, shells, the currency loses its potency. In simple terms, it stops being a storehold of wealth because we need significantly more of that money to buy the same stuff. Bitcoin has a fixed supply of Bitcoin. Okay, there are 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be created. This means there will never be more than this ever to exist. To get an idea of the potential potency of having only 21 Bitcoin, and remember, Bitcoin breaks down into Satoshis as well. All right. But the world as of 2013 had 47 million millionaires. There's 47 million millionaires in this world, yet only 21 million potential Bitcoin. There's not even that many available right now. All right. So if every millionaire in the world wanted to own just one Bitcoin, they couldn't. All right. Because of the supply being so small, it doesn't require that many people to agree on it being a medium of exchange for the value to increase. The cool part about this, also with the limited supply, is that the release schedule isn't some mystery. It's not up to vote by powerful men in suits. No, Bitcoin is transparent and everyone has access to how it works, including the publicly available predetermined release or quote unquote mining schedule. So more about this predetermined release schedule. Okay. I am no economist here. All right. I'm really not. I'm self-educated on everything I have to do with money. And even I can recognize the importance of releasing new money into the system for a variety of benefits. All right. First off, people lose. All right. Let's just say it. We lose. All right. Whether it's gold, silver, shells, cattle, fiat, paper bills, even Bitcoin, we lose it. Regularly releasing fresh supply, it helps offset some of the loss. All right. Now, secondly, it also releasing it over time allows it to prevent oversaturation in the market. You aren't just dumping all of it into the market when nobody knows what it is. Okay. Because then all of a sudden, a few people have all of it. And that's not decentralized. It's not democratized. Second or third, the release or mining of new Bitcoin. If you hear the term mining, Bitcoin mining or whatever, that just think of, okay, there's new Bitcoin entering the world. And the way that works is a crucial piece of the economic system that allows Bitcoin to be an extremely secure and decentralized currency. It's free from any country or special interest group manipulating it. Well, technically, could it happen? I mean, in theory, anything could happen. The amount of resources and money and time and all of that it would require to temporarily take over the system is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. So just like we could all be nuked tomorrow. This could happen. I would put a higher likelihood on sadly being nuked than the Bitcoin system being corrupted. That's how hard it is. Okay. And that part of that is because of this release schedule with that. And then lastly, having an unchangeable and predetermined schedule of new Bitcoin being mined or released into the currency, it frees human emotion. Oh my gosh, this happened. So now we have to release more. 2020, anyone? This happened. We have to print a bunch of money now. It prevents that, and it allows the system to work through and fluctuate. Because as I said, no human has ever, or government has ever decided to just print trillions of dollars just one day, right? Like that's never happened. Yeah. Now, Bitcoin is also not controlled by any government, organization, or one person. And some of you may be thinking, I don't mind the government being all up in my business. Look, what I'm going to say is what you really mean by that is that you don't mind people or organizations that you trust or that you align with being all up in your business or having access to information. Okay. The question I propose becomes what happens if we no longer trust the politician or corporation and we have no way of gaining our privacy back. See, as the world becomes more digital, having privacy, I believe, becomes ever more important. And having the power, it's one thing to choose to share, it's another thing to have to share. There's a differentiator on that. And we live, sadly, in a polarizing world. And this means to me that chances are that you, yes, you, Miss Calm, Mr. I don't hate nobody. You have strong opinions about something that others disagree with. Okay. That's my bet. You have an opinion that you either say really loud in front of people, hoping to piss them off, or you keep quiet because you just don't want to cause more division. Subscribe to this if you want to be where I am. Take a course. And speaking of courses, hello, I've got a Money in Crypto Masterclass that's 100% free for a limited time. Remember, your life will never outgrow you. So start growing yourself today.